Man, I just realized some shit. America was founded as a Jewish colony. Christopher Columbus turns out is Jewish. Christopher Columbus set sail in 1492. The Jews were expelled from Spain in 1492, which was also the Golden Age. And then he came to America, raped and pillaged all the natives, and took over. And that's how this country was founded. This is a big one. This is kind of a lot to wrap your head around because it's the Jews. And let me just say this. First of all, shout out to the Jews for not taking me down for saying all this stuff. That's super dope. Or I'm just not doing very well. But I just want to say, it's not all Jews. It's some Jews. Most Jews are not involved in global conspiracies. But usually, some of them are. But do you see how long that took to say? You know what's quicker? Just saying the Jews. So, language is a tool. And if you deconstruct it too much, it becomes unintelligible. Much like this sentence. So, Christopher Columbus was a Jew. I don't know if we're sure about that, but I mean, it just all adds up. It all adds up, dude. It all adds up. It's always, man, how does this keep happening? How does this, I mean, this is right in front of our faces. Like, 1492, the Jews were kicked out of Spain in, I believe, March 31st of 1492. Later that year, in August of 14, that's after, right? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Just making sure. It's after. See, I do my research on this show, folks. I know what I'm talking about. 3 months after, wait, is my math right? March, April, May, June, July, August. Look, I took an edible before this. All right. That's my bad. That's a my B situation. So 6 months after they ban all the Jews from Spain, Columbus sets sail, comes to America. And then, I mean, we've all heard the stories. We got the poison blankets, the killing in other ways. Man, I was on the come up with this edible, and I was like, all right, I got shit to say about this. And then it kept going up, and now we're just way up here. And I've been pretty sober lately. I've had a lot going on because been doing a lot of stand-up. I had a roast battle last night. That was all right. I thought I would have done better. The other guy was pretty cool, though. He was funny. I'm training for a jiu-jitsu fight, which, like, you know, why even do anything? Why do anything except for talk to this camera? This is the only... This is going the best out of everything. So you gotta, like, when it works, you gotta keep pounding on it, you know? That's why I've just been talking about the Jews a bunch. I've talked about everything. I've talked about literally everything you can imagine. But the Jews, that's what everyone wants to listen to. So it's not my fault. It's on you. I'm catering to the audience right now, which I'm not even trying to do. That's how prevalent this shit is. I'm not even trying to talk about the Jews, but they just keep doing shit that I have to. I have to mention it. It's like, I mean, I guess the Columbus thing was a long time ago, but you know, there's a lot of shit going on right now. Larry Ellison from Palantir. Fuck, dude. Peter Thiel, who received a $40 million investment from Jeffrey Epstein. So his name should be Peter Thiel. That's the Palantir guy. And then, yeah, this is really bad. I'm going to chop this shit up. Larry Ellison's what the fuck? Oracle. Well, Larry Ellison's the Oracle guy, right? Yeah, he got like sexually blackmailed in Silicon Valley by it's Oracle. he had like some Chinese lady come and suck him off, and you're so handsome, you have big black dick. And Larry Ellison just melted and was like, here's the secrets to our technology. It's hard to do with one hand, man. I just searched Chinese soy. There's a lot of stuff on Chinese soy. It's all right. That's fake. That's not true. But apparently they're sending a bunch of hot chicks to go after computer nerds in Silicon Valley to steal their secrets. And they'll go as far to have children with them and start a whole family and just to get these secrets. And that's a pretty good tactic. I'm not going to lie. You get a bunch of computer nerds and they're rich, and a hot chick is sent to make them like them. That's so easy. All you have to do is just go up and be nice and interested. Isn't that funny? That's all you have to do to get a guy as a woman. Just be nice. And she probably can't even do it. She's probably going to... I bet some of them fuck it up. They're like, I couldn't help but just be a bitch. And they can't get the target. I guarantee you that's happened. You get a woman who's like been trained as a spy, and she's got a lot of confidence. I don't know, but that's not that hard to do. That would probably be the best date ever, to go on a date with a spy that was hired to ruin your life. Or I guess that's not why she was hired, but I bet the best date you could go on is with a spy that was sent to make you fall in love with her. Like, that would probably be a lot of fun. Sure, it's completely devious and fake and a setup, obviously. But, like, before you found out, like, she'd probably be great. She would just have to pretend to like you. That sounds kind of nice, actually. I mean, women are spies anyways. Why not, fluff it up a little bit. Make it more enjoyable. You're already keeping tracks and screenshots and all that shit. You're already doing the spy shit. Also do the make me like you part. Is that so hard? There's so... I'm not going to get into dates. I should just publicize my dating life. It's pretty funny. I'll tell you about a time. You know what? The important thing about dates is that they're not for sex. First of all, if you're trying to use women for sex, you're like, if you're in your 20s, that I get it. But if you're in your 30s and you're going on dates with women so they'll have sex with you, you're kind of a loser. It's like, you shouldn't be trying to have sex. That doesn't get you anywhere. You should be trying to get a woman to like do your dishes and like get your groceries and, have like a worker, have an employee to an extent. That will improve your life. Having sex isn't going to make your life any better. I mean, except for like 10 minutes. But you know what else makes your life better for 10 minutes? Crack. Are you going to do crack? I mean, that's a choice. That's an option. You find a lesbian servant and then just smoke crack on the side and just be celibate. There's some type of like monk activity in that. There was in Thailand, they just found like 36% of monks tested positive for meth. So that's like a thing. 4 monks. And then another Instagram post says a third of Buddhist monks. But Buddhist monks are doing meth. So if you want to be a monk and do stimulants and not have sex, that's cool. I don't know what point I'm trying to make here, but basically sex is gay. But you should be trying to seek value out of going on dates. For example, I wanted to date with this one chick and then she ghosted me, but she gave me the number for a cleaning lady that is always on time, does a great job, and that was, I don't know, like that might have been like 6 months ago. And I still use that cleaning lady all the time, and it makes my life so much better. You see what I mean? There's like, you got to consider the other angles here. Like, you can find a way to benefit from everything. You just got to look for it. And a cleaning lady is a big deal because having a clean house is important for your overall mental health. You know when shit gets cluttered up and you're like, I should be doing crack. But having a clean house, I don't know where I was going with this. I'm fucked. I'm fucked. I got this shirt from Red Pill Threads, by the way. Go check them out. They have a lot of fun shirts. They sent me a Ted Kaczynski face. That was cool. It's big. It's way too big. It's so big that you have to look at it and then you think, is that the Unabomber? It's crazy. It's crazy. And then there's another one. It says taxes are gay. And that was probably, I wore that out the other night. I wasn't even thinking of it. And everyone was coming up to me and be like, dude, taxes are gay. I had a bunch of people trying to take a picture with me in it. You want people to take pictures with you? Go to Red Pill Threads and buy the taxes are gay shirt. And then if you really bout it, don't pay your taxes. Pussy. Bet you won't. Bet you won't. No, I love the IRS, and Mossad is cool. Cleaning ladies. It's important to have a cleaning lady that is reliable. I mean, this goes for anything really, but I had retarded cleaning ladies show up. They showed up and then they were retarded. I posted a reel about this, but it's a true story, man. There was this website called Dazzle Cleaning, and it was like $19 for a 3-hour cleaning. And I'm like, that's a great deal. Of course I'm taking that. Dude, where's my fucking rabbi hat? God damn it, it's in the car. I'm taking that deal. So she shows up. I opened the door. Pablo runs up, my dog. And she just goes, animal. And like, I see like drool come out. And I can see in her eyes that this is a retarded woman. And I thought to myself, okay. I mean, she obviously drove herself here. I look out. Her car's got like a huge dent in the side. I'm like, all right. Well, you got supplies. And then she jumped out and yelled, supplies. No, that didn't happen. But she cleaned the house, and I mean, she wasn't doing much. There was effort being made. My house was getting slightly cleaner. But then she put the mop on the sofa. The wet mop was sitting on my sofa. And normally that would drive me up a fucking wall. But because I knew she was retarded, I looked at that mop and I was just like, oh, that's not where that goes. And I pick it up and I put it in the mop bucket. And then she finishes, and it was kind of fun talking to her. I was just like, you like the color blue? And she's like, yeah, blue's good. And I'm like, yeah, blue's a good one. It's like, what's your favorite animal? It was like, I don't know, man. It was talking to an autistic kid. And then I started having fun. And I'm like, oh, I'm an autistic kid too. I'm not too far from the retard spectrum, man. It's crazy. We got along great. But, yeah, she cleaned the house, got in her car and left. And I just thought for a minute, I was like, I didn't get mad at that because she was retarded. So if I just start thinking everyone else is retarded, then I won't get mad at them. And then that honestly changed my life, and I started implementing that rule. But then the problem is you like overdo it and you start thinking too many people are retarded. And then you're like, you just alienate yourself. And then you got to remind yourself that you're the retard. I don't know. Depends on the guy, I guess. But what I'm trying to say is you can get value out of dates much further than whatever you're trying to go for. I don't know. You gotta have a clean house, dude. You gotta have a cleaning lady. I have a cleaning lady because I'm rich. That's rich. In my eyes, if I can pay $120 and get my whole house cleaned and then I don't have to do it, that's cool. That's rich. But maybe my standards are too low. Maybe gratitude is actually a bad thing. Maybe I shouldn't be grateful that I have a house and enough money to feed myself. And I should be like, no, I should be super rich and should be able to afford a Ferrari, even though I don't give a fuck about Ferraris or cars. Cars, I get it, man. We're all supposed to like trains. They say autistic people like trains, and they say it like a cute thing. Like, it's like, oh yeah, he's into trains, like the Thomas the Tank Engine toy or something. That's what you picture. But it's not the toy train. It's the actual giant metal beast hurling down the rails with impending doom to anyone who dares stand in its tracks. It's like a power thing, dude. It's not cute. It's like kind of terrifying. So like trains is just a degree away from guns. Trains is just a degree away from guns. You got a kid who's into trains and then you hand him an AR-15. Brother, that's going to be his new obsession. You got a kid with autism? No, look at every school shooter. Every school shooter. I think it's actually because they didn't get laid. But that theory's been weird lately because there's been a lot of sexual deviants that are shooting up places. Like trans people, and then the trans people had a girlfriend, and it's like, now I don't know what's going on. Because I was watching this movie on Netflix called Animal Fight Night. It might have been a series, actually, and the whole series is just animals fighting each other. It's sick. Giraffe on giraffe. A lot of interspecies violence. Much like our inner cities. But the giraffes can move their heads side to side and use it as like a hammer fist. It's pretty cool. But I realized that every single fight was all about pussy. Like one of the animals was trying to mate with another one of the animals. Another one of the animals. Like two dude zebras would fight because one of them was trying to bang the male dude's female zebra that he was banging first. That was the biggest reason why the animal fight started. And then I started thinking about the gun problem. And I'm thinking maybe these kids just need to get laid. I mean, Elliot Rodger for sure. And that's like a I don't want to say understandable, but like I get, I don't want to say I get it, but I don't know. It makes sense to me. I can see how someone could just pigeonhole themselves into shooting a bunch of people. I mean, it's fun to do in video games, you know? And if you just have like no concept of other people's livelihood, maybe it could seem like that. I don't know. I don't think there's anything I could say to make this not sound terrible. But like I used to bring this up at shows, and I would say round of applause if you've ever got in a street fight. And then usually get like, I don't know, depends on the crowd, but a good portion of people would clap. And then I'd be like, round of applause if you got laid that same night. And then way less people clapped. And I'm like, so you see, it's like the violence to vagina pipeline is closely intertwined. Cleaning ladies, crack, and monk mode. Doing crack is kind of like transcendental meditation because you just clear your mind of everything and repeat a mantra in your mind, and that mantra just happens to be more crack. But it does have a similar effect. It kind of just like takes you out of the world. You're not worried about bills. You're not worried about what you got to do tomorrow. You're not worried about eating, or you're just worried about sizzling down that little pebble. And if that's the, you know, that's what school shooters should be doing. They should be smoking crack instead of killing innocent people. Because it gives you the rush without destroying society. That's what's great about drugs, is you can just have a party in your mind and bother no one. You can be in a room full of entities and not drool on anyone's shirt. You can chase the shadow people through the shadow realms and nothing gets broken. Well, I did flip my dresser on ketamine once. I don't know why I did that. That was so stupid. I didn't remember doing it. What I remember happening is that I remember going in a K-hole and just blasting out into another dimension, but I didn't go out. I like fused through like a grid in around me. Like every atom just turned and became an atom in another dimension, and then I just walked through like as I am here. I'm saying like way too much and it's bothering me. But I've never explained that before. And then I was in another dimension and I shot back into my body so abruptly that it caused a shock wave and my dresser fell over. That's what I remember happening. What probably happened was I was just like, ugh. That's what probably happened. But it was my dresser. You see what I'm saying? I'm not fucking up anyone else's dresser. That's what's cool about drugs, man. People want to hate on drugs, but a lot of people need to be on them. A lot of people need to be on them, dude. Life is pretty boring. I don't need to be on drugs. I just did for fun because I can, and you can't stop me. I usually don't. I'm usually sober. This is the first time I've taken edibles in like a week or something. But a lot of people don't have a fun, exciting life. A lot of people could benefit from, instead of coming home and watching Netflix, just eating a chocolate bar of mushrooms and staring at a tree. That'll give you the meaning in life that you're missing if you're just one of those people that works a 9 to 5. I don't even know anyone that does that, honestly. I don't think I know anyone that works a 9 to 5. No, that's not true. I know a few people, but that Austin's weird. All right. I'm done. I'm going to upload this and try to clip that Christopher Columbus thing. That shit was crazy, dude. Seriously. Thanks for watching.